Back to the channel. We're kind of on a roll here tonight. We're going to be doing a flight. I got to get this flight done. Miami to Indianapolis. Went to do it. The other night we had a problem. Anyway, I am your Mr. Pilot John here with you. Just as the title said. Flying from Miami up to Indianapolis. Good old Indiana. It is currently, wind is 200 at 0 knots, wind gust at 0 knots, 57 degrees outside right now, and it seems a bit cold, don't it? Let me check something. Stand by one second. I busted my eardrums a second ago. It squealed in the speakers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, something's off here on the weather. It says it's 79 out. Oh, no wonder. We got a problem. We've got Houston. We got a problem. Let me see if I can fix this. I think. And that should load back. My alignment's gonna be off. I gotta fix that. But I think we can do that. Going to have my co-pilot go around and fix that because alignment's gonna be off. And by the way, just so people know, we are using the TFM's latest preview build. I mean, I can look at more detail on stuff.
Message Twitch, 1 minute. Messages.
Stand by. Alright, so I'm gonna see if the weather works. It should update. Maybe I'm gonna. Here's what we're gonna do. How can I get to it? I wonder. Let's see. Alright, folks, stand by right here just for a minute. I'll be right back. I believe we're going to have to probably do what I don't want to have to do, but we're going to have to do. Or it ain't going to work. So let's just go ahead and yeah, we're just going to do this. Maybe he will. Alright, I've decided here, folks, we're gonna have to close first officer. I'm gonna close this. Reopen first officer. Well, yeah, here we go.
Good evening, Captain.
Hold on, you guys. Stand by.
You can program the CDU now. Heading out for the walk around.
Alright, good enough. Let me see something. Okay. All right. Now we're looking good, folks. We'll take care of the fuel here in a minute. Come on. Alright, there we go. I got everything programmed in there now. Let's make sure. Alright. I want to maximize. There we go. That way you guys should be able to see everything now. Come on, why are you not going outside?
Walk around completed. Weather reports look pretty good.
Do they? Yeah, considering the weather's not. This stupid program. I'm gonna see what that does. There we go. Wind is 58 at 8 knots. Wind gust 0. 82 degrees. See, I don't want it to report there though. Let me do something. Options. There we go. Alright, so now we got the weather. It's 82 degrees in Miami. And wind is 68 at 8 knots. 65 at 8 knots. Why is the wind direction changing? What's it doing? Like the wind is 62 at 8 knots. 187. Wind's all over the place. But that's right. For the most part, it'll do for now. It'll do for now. Okay.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested.
Navigation and transfer display switches.
Normal and auto.
Window heat.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Heading set. Altimeter
Alright,
set.
I'm going to turn
Parking
on the
brake.
chat.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Checklist complete.
Alright. Alright, my chat is available now. If anybody is out there watching tonight, you can feel free to chat. Alright, so our checklist is complete. We're going to shut the door. There we go. Hey, what's up, buddy? So you guys, I'm hoping I'd really like to do our 2020 video before we do our podcast, but I don't know it. If I can get first officer taken care of before then we will. It sucks that, man. Anyways, I'm gonna work on seeing what I can do about it. I've got a lot of things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get another hard drive for my new laptop, an SD drive. Get like a terabyte drive, and then put 2020 over on the same laptop as well. So yeah, a lot going on. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, so they're doing the APU. Here's our forward overhead. Let's see. Disengage, test off. We're going to test it. Okay. There's bright. That's dim. I think we're gonna go to bright.
Speed brake arm.
Alright, we got them on bright. I think that's gonna be the best spot for. I'm going to show you something, guys. The below glide slope indicator, I'm going to keep an eye on that on our flight today. So I'll have this part pulled up as we're coming in. I'm going to see if that ever comes on to let me know, hey, you're I mean, it probably won't come on because usually we do pretty good with that. Stab out a trim indicator. No. Now when I engage the auto throttle, we'll look at that in a minute. Show you guys. Alright, Copilot's just getting things set up here. A lot of exciting stuff going on with TFM. I'm super excited about it. I've actually got something that I'm waiting on. I'm not going to ruin this because I'm not going to say either way this is going to go yet, but very cool, man. But
passengers, this is to inform you that the aircraft door is closed.
we might
and
have
will
a
be ready for
sponsor
departure. In order for us
for
to
BVI.
proceed,
Now I
we
don't
would
know
require
yet.
that all passengers
It's
are
not a
seated
it's not
with their
a
seatbelt
guarantee
fastened and
100%.
seated in the upright position.
But I've
All
engaged a
carry-on
conversation
luggage
with
is now
a certain
either in the overhead compartment
company,
or under the seat in front of
and
you.
if they do end up
The cabin crew will be
sponsoring,
passing to make their final
then
safety
I'll get
check
to do
before
reviews with
departure.
their product,
Thank you.
and not only that, but they will be a part of the channel. I'll share their stuff, Sim with their stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that there for now because I don't know 100% yet. All right, we're ready to do our. Let's go to. Here's what I wish. I wish we could do the voice command and do. See, if I turn on voice command with first officer, I can tell it to do a checklist, but I had to say whether it's been checked or not. And I don't like that. I wish we could just tell, hey, do the checklist, but, let me know if it's checked or not. Don't rely on me to say, yeah, it's good. It's the only downfall about the voice command with P3D. Okay, so we're going to do a before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door.
Closed and
Flight
locked.
deck door is
fuel.
closed.
31366 pounds.
Check.
Passenger signs.
On.
MCP. V2163 heading 9er 2 altitude 30000 takeoff speeds V1152 VR 154 V2163
Set.
CDU pre-flight
Completed.
rudder and aileron trim
Free and 0.
taxi and takeoff briefing
Completed.
anti-collision lights
On.
checklist complete.
Okay. Now. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Come on. Where'd my tug at? There they come. Huh. I hate when GSX does that. Yeah, they're... Alright, no big deal. We'll just do this. Ground crew from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Ready for pushback.
Steering pin inserted. Release brakes. Starting push.
Nose left.
Cleared to start engines. Nose left.
Start engines.
Starting engine 2. Engine 2 cut out. Starting engine 1.
We're going to leave that there for right now.
Engine 1 cut out. Engine stabilized.
Set parking brake. Steering pin removed. Cleared to taxi. Have a great flight.
Checking air conditioning panels. Turn the APU off. Setting start selectors. External lights. Taxi's on. Setting internal lights. That means they change our lights again. No, you leave my dome lights alone, you bunt. Well, actually, the dome lights are supposed to be off on takeoff. All the lights go down. The reason they turn the lights off inside the plane on takeoff is if something happens, there's a fire or something like that, they'll be able to see it a lot easier. Okay. Now, let's look at something here. And I believe when I do this, see that? The disengage lights came on. And they're blinking. And now that I got it on, it's no longer. Now I know what to look for when we're landing. It does that. I just got to change. See, if you look over here, see the auto throttle off indicator is it's off right now. The indicator. So it means, yeah. So anyway, I just want to show you all that. I thought that's kind of cool. The other thing I want to show you interesting thing is my flaps are set to 5, but the needle indicator is at 0. That's interesting. Yeah, Andy, I'm looking at my flaps needle indicator and it says 0, but I'm at flaps 5. So let's just say I moved them to test it. Okay, now it's moving 9 point. Now it's at 10. When I'm at flaps 10, it shows it. But let's go back to 5. So when first officer does it, the needle indicator doesn't catch it. Is what's happening. Because as soon as I did it, the needle indicator showed that it was moving. So that's why, because first officer said it. For some reason, it's like it's a ghost or something. Like first officer's a ghost or something. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, it works. It shows it. See right here, guys, it says left flaps 5.04. That's where the needle's at. Right flaps 5.04. Okay. So it says nose gear indicator locked. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Andy. I figured it had something to do along them lines. Alright guys, so I've let's go ahead and alright. We're gonna okay. Where's it at? Let's see. Okay, there's that. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay, let's... Alright, let me look here real quick. Where did my... I am confused. I don't know where in the world. Aha. There's what I want.
Speed brake armed.
There we go. Okay. Now we're good. Let's go ahead and...
Taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
Probe heat. On.
Generator
Anti-ice.
on. Probe
Set.
heat is
Isolation
on.
valve.
Anti-ice is set.
Auto. Engine
Isolation
start
valves are on
switches.
auto.
Continuous.
Engine
Recall.
start switches are on
Check. Auto
continuous.
RTO.
Auto brakes is
Flight controls.
RTO. Flight controls. Here we go. Yoke to the left.
Full left.
Yoke to the
Full
right.
right.
Yoke to the back.
Full back.
And yoke up.
Full forward. Check. Ground equipment. Clear. Checklist complete.
Ground equipment is clear. Checklist is complete. And now is where we would say, Niner at the whiskey. We're going to jump to the runway no matter what you say. No, I'm just kidding. You wouldn't say that. So somebody wanted me to simulate what you would do if you're on Unicom. Here's what I do. Niner Delta Whiskey gonna be repositioning to runway 8 left due to visual impairment. Any traffic in the area, please notify. So I do that because I can't see them, and if you're blind, you can't see them. They know you're there, but they don't know your intentions unless you specify what is going on. Always specify. Always. Don't ruin somebody's night, you know, and jump out there and crash somebody. It'd be a bad idea. Alright, so nobody has said anything, so then I come back again. I'll say, Niner Delta Whiskey, going to go ahead and reposition to runway 8 left due to visual impairment. So I put in KMIA. I'll hit enter here. 08 left. Hit enter. And we're going to reposition. Because the wheels on the bus go round and round. The wheels on the plane go up and down. Something like that, right? And it should unpause on its own. I think we fixed that. But so yeah, it don't pause. It took a minute. All right, we are now on runway 8 left. Now, because
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Set.
Stabilization trim.
flaps are set, stabilization trim
Set.
is
Checklist
set.
complete. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
Okay, we got that in there, and now we're gonna all right. Retrim is disabled.
Parking brake off.
Parking brakes are off. TFM, Mr. Andy, are we ready? Everybody, I hope you got your seatbelts on. If you don't and you fall out of your seat, please do not blame your pilot John up here, because Niner Delta Whiskey gonna be taking off runway 8 left. Here we go. We gotta get up above 150 knots. We're heavy. Yeah, we're definitely heavy on this trip.
Thrust set.
Here we go.
Speed alive. Check.
Speed's alive. 60 knots.
80 knots. Check.
70 knots. 80. Check. (107). 120 knots. 131.
V1.
142.
Rotate.
V1. Rotate.
V2.
B2.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Landing gear up. (400 feet).
VNAV. LNAV.
VNAV on. LNAV on.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 2.
Autopilot.
Command A on. Flaps 1. Acceleration altitude.
We're going to stay at flaps 1 for a minute. Flaps in.
Flaps 0.
I didn't hear it say autopilot. Did you guys?
Command A off. Command A on.
Oh, we're good. There we go. He did.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds.
On. Pass.
Engine bleeds are
Auto.
on.
Landing gear.
Up and off.
Landing gear is up.
Up no
Flaps
light.
are in.
Checklist complete.
No lights checklist is complete. Engine 1 and 2 set to auto. Landing lights retract. Auto brake is off. We're going to level out at 5,000 and fly that for a couple days. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a Miami thing, man. You take up from Miami, they really are really strict about you going above 5,000. At least they have you hold that out for about 10 minutes or so. I think one of the reasons is for they don't want you climbing above because they're trying to have you not be so loud while you're taking off. Maybe there's a couple of different reasons it might be. I mean, I don't know 100%, but heading to Cali, people. We're heading to Cali. Heading back to Cali. Cali. Not really. Going to Indianapolis. I got a 744 we got to pick up. And then we're doing a flight all the way to North Korea. Andy wants to go to North Korea, so we're going to take him up there. Heading back to Cali. That is where I'm from. Guys, I'll tell you what, I'm when it comes to, support that I've been receiving on the channel from friends and other BBI, pilots, I do want to throw a little bit of appreciation out there to the developer of TFM. He'd been watching a lot of my flights, so I want to thank him for that. And then of course Declan has came on a lot of my flights here lately and been watching them. I want to thank him, and as well as Josh. Josh has been coming in and watching them, so I'd like to thank him, and then the rest of you guys that might not be connected to BBI pilots, just yet, but you're in that position too.
Watch the airspeed.
I would like to thank you guys for, being a part of that. We're at 259. Don't tell me to watch the airspeed. Shut your mouth. 258 knots. They're real picky about that 250 before 10,000. And we're only at 5,001 feet. And I'm going to leave you here at the cockpit for a few minutes. And I'll be back here in a minute, you guys. I need to go check on something. And then I'll be right back. So, but we're good. We got, just to be safe, I already checked my leg pad, make sure everything's. Okay, let's take a look. 299. 299, 14.7, 299, 14.5. Yeah, we're good. We're on track. All right, we got 14 miles to go. Then we got one more waypoint. So we got about another about 25 miles to go before we start climbing up to 10,000. So, I'll be back here in just a minute, folks. Don't go nowhere.
Passing 10,000 feet.
I am back. I'm gonna say this flight's gonna be about an hour and 20-ish minutes until descent. Let's see what happens. Right. Yeah, good deal, man. Good deal. All right, let's see.
Transition altitude.
Check.
Hold on 1 second, folks. Alright guys, we're up on the server with Mr. Andy. myself. Yeah, I don't know why Miami, man, every time from there, they always put you at 5,000 for like about 30 minutes, 20 minutes. I think that might be, also they, I think they have like a, I can't think of what it's called, but it's where they don't want you being loud in, like, in certain areas, so when you take off, they don't. Yeah, and I think they have some of that there too. Yeah. Which I understand, because there's a lot of businesses there and other stuff. So I watched the video. They were doing this, basically they do these videos to prove to people that this is not just a theory. It's not like, you know. And the one theory was, they were saying, you know, there's no way that a B737 all the way up to a 777 can fly at like 30 to 50 feet above the ocean without it stalling and crashing. Well, that's definitely not a theory, because they flew. I mean, granted, would you want to do that? Probably not. But could you do that? I mean, yeah. And they proved it. They took a 737. They did it with 3 different planes. They did a 737. Then they had a, I don't know which one it was, but I think it might have been like a 44 or something that was back like 2 miles from the 737. Then they had a 777 that was the same thing, and they did 50 feet above the ocean. I think it was 50 feet. And it didn't make it stall or anything. I mean, you better believe the water was, it was making the water foam up because of all the, you know, the air. But yeah, but you know, here they are, they're going, you know, they're not I mean, they wasn't doing like landing speeds here. They were doing like 240 knots, because you'd want to keep your speed pretty steady and pretty fast to keep it from wanting to drop at all, you know. But and they didn't stay long at 50 feet, because, you know, what happens if you they hit a pocket of wind or something, and all of a sudden they drop 30 feet, you know. So that's the thing. Like, they went down, they was at it for not even 2 minutes, I don't think. Basically just to prove the fact that, yeah, you can go down that low and come back up. Could you imagine if you had a plane full of passengers and do that? Man, you'd be scaring the crap out of the people. Yeah. Yeah, it would. But so far, so good. I had to do this flight again because the other night, remember, I was doing this flight and P3D just went bloop, just closed. Wasn't even an error, like no errors, no nothing. Just, no, I think we'll close now. Thanks. Looks like you're landing. So, oh, are you done now? We'll just close. Oh. Yeah, it's such a pain when it does that. But it's all part of simming, people. Simming's never perfect, I'll tell you that. Oh, did it? What is the P3D command to put your view back centered? Like, you know, like on 2020 you can hit F and it'll line everything back up. Isn't it control? I'll have you back to the center. I thought it was control space on P3D that lined it, like lined everything up. Oh, numpad 5. Josh said numpad 5 to center yoke. I guess, is that with numpad on or off? Okay. Yeah, can you need 4 and 6 to move around too? Off? I don't think it's off, because when it's on, I can hear it moving when I do it. See? I hit 4, and there's 5, and you can tell the difference in sound. Yeah, but either way. There we go. Alright, let's see. Hour and 59 minutes so far. Yeah, it's gonna be about an hour and 50 minutes. Which is about right. It's about a 2-hour flight to Florida from Indiana. I tell you, I'm really hoping that when 2020 releases their update, man, I hope. Here's the thing I'm wondering though, Josh. You ought to come up to the server, but here's the thing I'm wondering. I don't have the first officer profile bot yet because my card froze on me. Josh. But what I'm wondering, where you gotta adjust them setting with 2020.
From the flight deck, we've reached our cruising altitude and the radar indicates a pretty smooth ride.
Are those settings
We're
going
to go ahead
to
and turn the seatbelt sign off.
have to be changed
You're free
every
to move
time you
about
go
the
and
cabin.
fly?
However, for those of you in your seats, we'll ask
The
you to
small
keep your
planes,
seatbelts fastened
or-
as turbulence is unpredictable. We'll call again as we get closer to
Because in
our
the small
destination.
planes, you want AI to do all of it. But I'm wondering if you got to set all that back to easy. Man, that's going to be a pain. Too bad they didn't have like a profile thing where you could have more than one profile, you know? I think it'd be cool to have a profile thing you could do on 2020 where you could save a setting for this type of flying and save a setting for, you know, XYZ. You know what I mean? Or maybe you can, like P3D, you can have different flight settings. So I wonder if 2020 has that, Andy. You know what I mean, though. You know how, like in P3D, we can save different conditions. Like, okay, we want to. Oh, Josh said he read about profiles for settings is on their roadmap. Well, that's cool, yeah. Like a PMDG profile. Yeah. What I'd do is I'd create a profile literally called PMDG, and then I'd set another one called A-Cars, yeah, A-Cars, AI Flight or something like that. I'd probably just call it something like AI Easy, something like that. Josh, how did you get yours to? How did you ever? What did you do to where your 2020 is not stuttering with the CDU? Yeah, mine does too. I don't think it's our computer though. I really don't. Oh, you think it's got to do with the, okay. But then why don't it do it to Andy? I know sometimes that you're going through the CDU, like when I would switch pages, it would straighten up just for like a few, like maybe 10 seconds, and then it would go right back. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Like I said, what I'll do is I'll just after I get everything set up, I'll just close the CDU window until I want to look at it. And then I'll just open it back up, look at it, and then close it. You know what I mean? How'd your landing go? Oh. That's gotta be a... I bet I was telling my cousin... hold on a minute, because I think it's just making me talk. No, I think I got you guys on check. Yeah, we're good. I was talking to my cousin, and I told him about that. And he said, yeah, he said, tell him what's the problem. This other computer over here don't stutter like that. Oh, God. I don't... Alright, you guys, we're at Cruise Altitude, my friends, so let's... Alright, let's go up here and look at the... Alright, 846 is the altitude for the runway, so we're gonna Alright, altitude is set for our descent. Now I'm going to go up here and see. Execute. There we go. I got rid of that stupid above rule. Okay, there we go. So, okay, something I need to cover. I was just reading about it. Somebody was wanting to know, so I've talked about this before, but I've got the developer on here and I've got Josh on here, and they can verify that I'm telling you that's what you're going to have to do. Alright, so I'm not sure what add-on that you're using for your business that you're flying for or whatever that makes you do this cargo and all this stuff, but in the CDU, you can open specific doors. That's not me guessing. You said in here well, I'll quote you. You said, I need an actual answer, not a guess, because you cannot open doors in the CDU. You're incorrect, my friend. Because you can open... There's no way to do it with the hotkey, man. Like, you can open the main door with Shift E, but there's no other hotkey for the other doors. Well, let me rephrase. You can do the E1, E2, E3 to switch between the doors, but it's not going to tell you which one it is. So, I mean, guys, is there a different way? I mean, I told him to go through CDU. He doesn't want to do it that way, but I don't know any other way, my friend. Even on 2020. Oh, do they not have a hotkey for the main door? So, Kenneth, that's, you know, I mean, you being sighted, you could actually probably click on the door. So let's back up here a minute. With you being sighted, you can probably click it. Like, you can move around with your mouse on the outside and probably find that door you need to open And I'm almost betting you can probably click that door and move it open, I bet. I don't know that for a fact. Do you guys? I mean, we don't do that, but oh, okay. So look around your panels, Kenneth, and I bet you one of them panels somewhere, I don't know where, I could probably find out, but it'd probably be just as easy for you to put in Google where is the doors panel located in my B737 or whatever you're flying. What do you guys think? I mean, that's probably the quickest way to get the answer. Or well, yeah, or yeah. So if you wanted to do it the quick way, Kenneth, you could do right soft 5 from the main menu, left soft 3. Is it still 3 for 2020? Okay, so 3 left, and then you're going to have all your doors. And I think there should be maybe 3 pages of different doors. There might 2 for 2020. Okay. I thought there was 3 for P3D, but yeah, you might be right. Oh, okay. Either way, you'll be able to go through them, and you'll be able to open up any of them that you need, man. And that has solved the doors thing with you. And Josh made a good point. If you've got GSX in the background, sometimes it might gripe and say closed door, but if you got to have it open to load your cargo, like if you're whatever add-on, I don't know what add-on you're talking about. Maybe, tell us what add-on you're using, but yeah. What? I think I'm not gonna buy GSX right now, I don't think. I'm just gonna use first officer to push back for now. Wait, what is it? Yeah, well, maybe he did that to, I don't know, just ease people's mind about it, where they something they don't got to worry about. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if he gets it working, that'd be a pretty cool thing, I think. Yeah. I thought he was releasing an accessible. Alrighty then. No, you got to open the door for it to start. Oh, you mean when you start first officer, does it open the door maybe on launch? Yeah, yeah. Right. Alright. Let's take a look here, folks. One day and 39 hours. No. Hour and 39 minutes, and we'll be up in up near Indianapolis and start our descent. Ooh, the wind is up there today. Wind is 271 at 71 knot or 72 knots. Actually, well, I'm going north of Miami, so I know there was some weather last night, so oh, that's so cool, dude. Did I tell you, it was so funny when I thought, like, I already knew AI can't fly, but I was like, what would AI do with this? So I hit Control-Alt-X, and AI is like, you know, talking to the ready, you know, doing communicating, whatever. And it goes and starts taking off, man, like, well, it actually did a little bit last night. It did move some, because it went to a hold short. But I think it's really, really like 50-50 on where you're at and where the... But anyway... But either way, it started taking off, and it was going down a... Like, going across all the different taxiways, and it kept speeding up. And it got up to, like, 148 knots, and it was still on the ground. It wasn't lifting at all. And I seen a helicopter. Well, to start with, I heard somebody, or, you know, I heard it like the ATC talking to that helicopter, because they call it something different. You can tell when it's a helicopter by the name. And it was that Airbus helicopter, whatever that's called. I forget what they called it. And it was landing. And I think it was landing, and the next thing I know, I look out and I can see the front of the window, and I see that helicopter, and I'm like, man, don't come down. And it did, dude. It sit right down, like right when it sit down on the ground in front of me, my plane just basically, bam, right through the side of it. And I was like, oh boy, that's not good. I was thinking, I hope that guy had insurance, but whoever it was, I bet they were madder than hell. Oh man, have you ever seen the videos on that Airbus helicopter? It's pretty cool, dude. That thing's pretty smart too. No, I don't think that was an AI, because you can usually tell with the AI by the way they act. Like, I don't see the AI landing where that helicopter landed. I don't see that. Like, it wasn't even the landing pad for a helicopter anyways. And, because I was thinking, why is he landing on the runway? And because it was the runway that I crossed, and I'm like, why is that guy? I'm like, I know he ain't about to land on, but by God, he did. I was thinking, you know what? That's what you get for landing on a runway and not a helipad, you jackwagon. What do you mean there's no helipads? They don't have any helipads in 2020 like they do P3D. Maybe they'll start adding them now because now that they got a couple different helicopters. I think it's an Airbus helicopter. I'm pretty sure that's made by Airbus. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. "15 miles. The Airbus helicopter? Wow. Because I watched a video of a guy flying the thing, and I'm pretty sure he went way further than 15 miles. No, it was 2020, but he was going from Nashville to Charlotte, I think. I'll have to go back and watch. Maybe it wasn't maybe it was something different. I don't know. I'm not going to go 100% on that because I could be wrong. Huh? $36. I like the fact now we have all these panels, like we literally can look at anything we want. I know we're on. If you want, I can mute TFM when you answer this. Tell me if you want me to mute it or not. But what all is on the console? You want me to mute TFM while you answer that, or does it matter? Okay. Oh, to adjust the dimness and brightness and... That's probably how the pilots make the lights down, like when you're riding in the real plane, and they can brighten the lights by your feet that go down the aisle. They can like brighten them and turn them down, turn them up. Oh, okay. I wonder, now this is just kind of like video perspective. So when everything's done on the 37, even though it wouldn't do us justice to really use it, but is there going to be a map panel, like where you can, like a map display that you could actually pull up and show like sighted people, like here's the map, this is what it looks like? Or is that not going to be something that we have access to? I mean, it don't matter to me, I'm just asking. I didn't know if... Yeah. Oh. So them buttons toggle between the different, but it don't affect our flight though. Like we still be getting, like it's just visual, basically. What is this DU? I know we talked about this today, but Captain DU normal, FO DU, like... So could I hit that and it would change? Now it says IING, left display IING or something like that. Okay. Wow. So like right now I'm on the view where they can see my cockpit and they can see the controls. So now they're seeing that panel, the engine. Yeah. IPFD. OPFD, and then back to normal. That is cool, dude. I wonder which one of them is a map, or is one of them a map? Okay. So if I went to the first officer's panel and did that, it would only switch it on his side, right? So I could do, let me see. IPFD. That is cool, dude. Lower DU normal. Okay. I think the lighting's good. What is the standby RMI? I don't remember you telling me that. I know you said it. So if you like switch that in mid-flight, would that mess up your flight, or would it just change it to analog? Okay, so that just turns it on or off. Oh, what I was going to say about lights though, I think lights are good because there's been many a times when you're doing a video and someone side it says, hey, you know, it's a little dark. now we have the ability that, we can maybe possibly adjust the brightness when that part's done, Yeah. I forget this button, Andy. It's I'm under the glare shield, lights grouping, circuit breaker knob indicator. I forget how you do it though. How do you and you do it while you're on the first circuit breaker knob indicator? So I increases. Okay. Wonder how high it goes. Let's see. It's at 138. Yeah, 138. Let's see how bright. Whoa. Yeah, that's bright. That's bright. Holy cow. And is there a hotkey to like put it back to like normal, just like a, or you got to just use I and D? Okay. That. Now when you tab, there's another one that says overhead knob. Okay, that's for the overhead. Same idea, right? Oh, I guess 62 is the highest that one goes. No, it ain't. It's at 110 now. Okay. Let's see, how do you, I gotta remember how to do that. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Okay, that's the FO6. First officer. EF, okay. Upper panel view. Is that the one? Now I guess it stays there even if I alt tab off of it and go back, it'd still be on the overhead, I think. Okay. Yeah, overhead. Overhead lower. There's the center pedestal, you guys, that we don't have yet. That's what Andy was talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Wow. So there's the dome lights, guys. You can tell, like, now watch when I switch. Now it's dark. And now it's bright. Go ahead, Andy. Did the flight recorder do any justice for us? Or did it more... I didn't know if it creates like a log or... Now I'm under flight controls, and when I tab, it says Control A on, collapsed. Control B on, collapsed. But isn't that the autopilots? Oh, so if I went to like Control B and set that to off, it wouldn't be able to be used, basically. Right. I just want to make sure I understood. And then same thing with spoilers. A is for captain. Spoiler B is for the first officer. Alternate flaps. I've never had to use those before. Yeah. Fuel temp indicator is 55. That is so cool, man. You'd think that when you're not on the ground and it's not being used, that the pilot would turn off the ground fuel transfer, but I guess the crossfeed is when you're doing the transfer. You gotta have that on, and you do crossfeed, and that probably brings the fuel in. So if that was off, they wouldn't be able to suck the gas out. Well, I turned it off. I'm not sharing my fuel. Yeah, so I guess with that on, well, we'll turn it back on. The crossfeed is that part of that same system, I guess? Oh. Oh, that's off, actually. Why? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. All right. Yeah. Alright guys, we'll close that panel and I'll put you back to the flight window here. Now we did, you know, I think the thing about the 737 overall is each time I fly I go through the different panels, even though I've been through them every other time. I do that for a reason, because that way I can get used to them and learn them. Because you're not going to learn them just one time. You're just not. I've got a manual that I've been reading too, and so from time to time I just open up my sim. I'll jump in the cockpit and study the different panels, but because eventually I'd like to be able to do the whole startup myself. Yeah. We got 1 hour and 5 minutes, you guys, until descent. So we're doing pretty good here. over top of Georgia, which seems like it takes forever to fly over Georgia. Oh, and by the way, I know at some point you'll probably watch the video because George is your trainer, and I know that he's told you about the channel. I do want to congratulate Heather. She got her first, I forget what it's called, but she can now fly the Cessna by herself. So congratulations, Heather. That's really awesome. I'm glad to hear that you got a really good trainer too. So but congratulations. If you ever want to fly with us on the sim, we'd love to have you. Yeah, we almost thought George found a electrical engineer, but he's gonna keep looking. This guy's really high, really high. George's like, we're gonna keep weighing the odds and look around more. We're trying to find the right person to work on part of that project that we're wanting to do. And I mean, they're good at what they do, but some of them's really expensive. But they earned it. They earned them, they earned the license to do it. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and $40, 146. Yeah, we'll go with that. Go down here. Let's forecast. Request. Load grader. Execute. There we go. Back to leg page. Got our descent weather. Get the weather in. And alright. Now
Descent checklist.
we'll get
Pressurization.
this out of the way.
Set. Recall. Check. Auto brakes. Set. Landing data. Check. Altimeters. Check. Approach briefing. Completed. Checklist complete.
Alright. Checklist is complete. Yeah, hello Mom. Welcome to the stream. You got here about an hour in time. We're going to be doing our landing here. Got about roughly 58 minutes until descent. 58 minutes. Heading up to the home state, Indianapolis. Winds 283 at 77 knots. Temperature is minus 27 degrees. Holding a steady altitude, flight level 300. All right. I've got the full screen pulled up there for everybody too. You guys can definitely see that. All right, yeah, Mom, you have a good night and we love you. Alright, there we go. I'm not sure what that is, but here comes spam. Let me take care of that. Hold on, folks. Alright. Good night, Mom. We'll see you. Good night. Love you. Oh, come on. Here we go. I took care of that. Every now and then we get them advertisement things that come through. Somebody being an idiot. But hey, it helps our algorithm on YouTube, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alright, let's take a look here. What do we got here? 52 minutes, 17 seconds, 358 miles to go. I will be right back, my friends. Andy, I'll be right back. Gonna go to the back and grab me a drink. Hold tight. Alright, folks. What? Flight aborted. Okay. I'm thinking maybe it's something to do with this. It did the same thing last night. Maybe I need to update. Maybe something's going on with my scenery. Because it did the same thing when I got to this point. The heck? Well, guys, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and exit this. It did the same abort the other night when I went to do this flight. Only at this point, right where we're at. So I'm going to update my scenery, the AIRAC data, and see if that solves the problem. Because there's something at this point causing it to close. You don't think I think of if it can't read the scenery to do that, right? Like, that's what I can remember from the past anyways. I don't know. We'll figure it out, guys. Sorry about that. At this point, we're not going to do it over tonight, but we will be back tomorrow. We'll do it over. I'm going to do some updates. We'll fix it. Like I said, it's all part of